In a world filled with many gods, one belief stood apart. A belief in one true God, unchanging, eternal, and sovereign. But how did this idea evolve into what we now know as Christianity? This is the story of one God. Christianity did not begin as a separate religion. It was born from within Second Temple Judaism, a deeply monotheistic faith centered on the worship of Yahweh, the God of Israel. Unlike the surrounding Roman world, filled with many gods, the Jewish people held firmly to one truth. There is only one God. The earliest followers of Jesus were Jews. They did not believe they were creating something new. Instead, they believed they had witnessed the fulfillment of ancient prophecies. But something began to shift, not in who God was, but in how He revealed Himself. After the death and resurrection of Jesus, His followers carried His message across the Mediterranean world. This period marked two powerful transformations. First, the message of the God of Israel was no longer limited to the Jews. Through the mission of Paul of Tarsus, Gentiles, non-Jews, were welcomed into the faith, without needing to follow every law of Moses. Second, a deeper question emerged. Who is Jesus? Early believers began to speak of Him not just as a teacher, but as divine. This created a profound mystery. How can God be one, and yet Jesus be called God? For centuries, Christians lived as a misunderstood minority. Under the Roman Empire, Rome allowed many gods, but demanded loyalty to the emperor and its pantheon. Christians refused. They worshipped only one God. Because of this, they were labeled atheists and seen as a threat to the state. Yet even in persecution, their faith grew stronger. Thinkers known as apologists rose, defending Christianity using philosophy and reason, explaining how belief in one God could still include Christ. Then came a moment that changed everything. In the year 313 CE, Emperor Constantine issued the Edict of Milan, granting religious freedom across the empire. Christianity was no longer illegal, but freedom brought a new challenge: internal division. If Christianity was to unite the empire, its beliefs had to be clearly defined. To preserve unity, leaders gathered in historic councils. At the First Council of Nicaea, the Church rejected the idea that Jesus was a created being and declared Him of the same essence as the Father. At the First Council of Constantinople, the doctrine of the Trinity was clarified: one God in three persons, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Later, at the Council of Chalcedon, it was declared that Jesus Christ is both fully God and fully human, two natures in one person. These decisions shaped the foundation of Christian belief. As centuries passed, this understanding of one God through the Trinity became the standard across Christianity. Both the Roman Catholic Church in the West and the Eastern Orthodox Church in the East held firmly to this doctrine. Even during the Protestant Reformation, when practices and traditions were challenged, the belief in one Trinitarian God remained. From a historical lens, Christian monotheism stands apart. It proclaims not just a distant, singular God, but a God who is relational, a God who entered human history, a God revealed through the life of Jesus Christ. This is the mystery of the Incarnation, the belief that the one God became flesh. From ancient temples, to persecuted believers, to empires and councils, the belief in one God endured, not divided, not abandoned, but revealed in a way the world had never seen before. So now the question is, do you see this as a story of theology or a story of divine revelation? Let us know in the comment section.